afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. And we are going back to the JD versus AH case. And a disturbing little thing that has happened that the media is playing off as a joke in an epic owner troll. And we'll get into why it's so disturbing here in a moment. It says Barnaby Joyce responds to Amber, Nameless one. Sorry, folks. Bad allergies today. Pardon me. See what I mean? Barnaby has spoken out after U.S. actress A.H. finally got her revenge 6 years after he famously threatened to destroy her dogs. First of all, it's reopened and ongoing. Number two, what is she getting revenge for? She was the one who broke the Australian bylaws. What is she getting revenge for exactly? Barnaby Joyce has responded to AH's tongue-in-cheek tweet, harking back to one of the most bizarre moments in Australian political history. The Hollywood actress finally enacted her revenge on Joyce some 6 years after he threatened to put down both of her dogs, naming her new pet after the Australian in a tweet shared earlier today. Joyce hit back in comments to the Australian, saying he feels a real sense of accomplishment to be the inspiration for the name, not resisting a dig at the star. He told the publications he was fine with the name choice, adding that he had no problems with animals. I get a real sense of accomplishment that I'm still in her head long after I've forgotten about them, he said. Obviously, I now rate above Johnny Depp. That's actually entertaining. And of course, we know all that story, but this is not the disturbing part. The disturbing part came in something that she posted in regards to the new dog, and I'm going to see if I can't try and find it. Bear with me here. We don't have an edit button. We are technology challenged. Humor me. Okay, let's go to my notifications. I think somebody recently liked my reaction to it, so excuse me while I scroll down through it. Okay. Now let's get to the part that had my blood boiling, shall we?
Barnaby Joyce hurt. Don't you scratch that glass one more time. I will hurt you. I will. Barnaby Joyce hurt. Don't you scratch that glass one more time. I will hurt you.
Yeah. That dog was backing down, he was cowering away, and he was thinking of biting, folks. And everyone thinks this is okay? This is good behavior for someone to be having towards an animal? And you all want to call it an epic own? that is a living, breathing animal. And she is threatening her. It's obviously scared. And you stupid, idiotic media want to sit there and call it her revenge and her epic troll. Yeah, my blood's still boiling. Boiling. Poor dog. That's the part that they don't want to show you. And why don't they want to show you? Why don't they want to show you who this woman really is? Well, I've been digging into that this afternoon. Let's take a look, because her flying monkeys, well, they've been particularly active today. I took some screenshots. Let's take a look. For any of you who want to reference these screenshots that I'm bringing up, look at this. They're bringing up the text messages again. Look at this. This is the women's organization. Quite a few apologists and happy to justify of exchange. Let's drown her before we burn her. I will fuck her, burn her corpse afterwards to make sure he's dead. That will block and mute them. Yeah. Let's put those into context, though, shall we? Those were texts of an abuse victim venting to a friend. A friend not to misheard. And quite frankly, you should hear some of the shit I've heard come out of gamers' mouths. Shall I give you some examples? Well, I'm gonna anyway. We all know I'm gonna. You see, I have heard I am going to rip off your head and buck the hole. I am, let's see here, God. I'm gonna rip off your arm and fuck you up the ass with it. I'm gonna burn you alive slowly, piece by piece. I'm going to fuck your mom in the ass. I've heard all of these things from gamers while they are gaming online. And yet, women's organizations are freaking out over text messages. And you all know me. I decided, well, I'm going to just take this on. And here's what I sent out in challenge to this one. And then we have a few more tweets, obviously, to go through other than that. So, let me go ahead and pull them up, shall I? I did a little bit of a thread, just to put things into context. I've heard gamers say worse. God forbid an abused man be allowed to vent. By the by, where the fuck were you when the female survivors of the JRC needed you? Your support is very selective, and you should be ashamed. Oh, but I do go on, just in case they didn't know what was going on. Give them a benefit of the doubt, you know? Some people are snowflakes who can't handle text messages. We autistics have been begging for help to fight the bastards at the JRC, who have restrained women to a 4-point board naked, forcibly bathing them while a male monitor watches. Where is your rage for them? They are starved, sleep-deprived, threatened with skin shocks just below the lethal limit. But A-fucking-H must be protected from text messages that were never sent to her. Where are your priorities? because you don't give a damn about real victims, especially disabled victims. And that is why, as an autistic woman, I will never stand with you. That was my response. And this was their response. Yes, ladies and gents, that is a block. These so brave individuals, so willing to protect AH from fucking text messages. When called out, when asked where are they when you have victims like what's happening at the JRC, where are they at? Well, I was blocked. And that goes to my point throughout this entire ordeal. It's only certain women they really care about. If you are not a celebrity, if you are disabled, if you are being tortured and abused like the women at the JRC, well, you don't matter. I, as an autistic woman, do not matter to these women. It's a scam. It's a joke. And it's a bad one. And we are letting these people lead the narrative about women's rights. I think it's time that we have a come to Jesus moment. And think about the people we have allowed to lead us by our noses, to sit there and tell us what is and what is not important to women, who we should support, who we should believe. And on that note, folks, and let's not forget the other screenshots, folks. Because her flying monkeys have been coming out, ladies and gents, in force. Look at this. As I've said to others, if you have evidence that will stand up in court, please feel free to take it up with the judge. Until then, you'll have to accept that the man you choose to obsess over, who will never love you back ever, is violent and should not be trusted. This whole idea that we are all in it. All of us are in it. Because we want him to fuck us. Or be in love with us. What is this delusional shit that they project out onto us? Because it says a lot more about them and their fantasies than it does about us. I, of course, had to, reiterate, I stand for all of us neurodiverse that you bastards slander and vilify even while horrific atrocities are being carried out against us while we speak. And then, of course, had to put in there, if I could say that I was obsessed with any man, it would be J.R.R. Tolkien. It's facts, alright? It's facts. I've got... Shut up. I love everything that man ever wrote, okay? And if I'm to be called anyone's stan, well, there is one I would say that was a Hollywood icon I stand above them all. And his name is not Johnny Depp. His name is Groucho Marx. Okay? Okay? Don't get it twisted, you morons. And we have some more. And he's all like, take it up with the judge. Well, we are, Petey boy, in Virginia. And they say that he did not get a fair trial. And you want to sit there and tell us it's semantics? Do you even know what that word means, Petey? Do you know what that word means? Because I don't think that you do, Sonny. I really don't think that you do. So why are all these flying monkeys coming out? These women orgs. Why all the trolling? Why all the harping on the text messages again? Why? Right now? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Why with the dog right now? What is it that they don't want us to be looking at? Well, what else is going on right now? Franco is getting ready to sit down and do his deposition. I wonder if they're afraid of what he might have to say. And on that note, folks, we're going to go ahead and close out for this afternoon. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit those comments. I do appreciate your time this afternoon, and as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good